Queen of Australia.
I taught constitutional law for more than 20 years.
We haven't got local government.
Actually, do not give a rat pajamas about the Crown and the 1973 change to the Constitution.
Please explain.
Hello, boys and girls. Today, we identify as Catcorn. Half cat, half unicorn. But you can call me Uncle Touchy. Is this really what the world wants to see? I'm available only for all Australian government luncheons and special events. Gee, I'm going to be busy. The following video I recorded before the medical panel appearance, so to speak. This is how I dressed for the medical panel on Friday, the 22nd of November, 2024. And I have once again been dictated to and forced to suffer continual financial terrorism at the hands of a corporation for committing the crime of being injured while I was working. So another wait for up to 2 months while they, the corporate employees, decide my fate. So let's play the game. Let's see what DI's delusional identities I can conjure up. I know I'm an arsehole. Tell me something I don't know. You treat me with respect, I will treat you with respect. You blow smoke up my arse, the arsehole comes out. It's only natural. So if Daddy wants to mind my business, well, it's only right that I mind Daddy's business. And what I now know is absolutely sickening, to say the least. We are all being conned and deceived. Believe it or not, that's a you problem. But we are supposed to be a constitutional monarchy. Unfortunately, these deceitful lowlifes that call themselves the Australian government have created a political party dictatorship. The Australian government has made themselves the crown. Where has the government of Australia gone? All the evidence is their own official Australian government legislation. The truth is the new crime. And you didn't listen.
Hello ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately this needs to be put out into the public's view. Anyone that has suffered any type of injury and is going through pain, I'm truly sorry. Since 2010, after suffering a work injury and have been treated extremely poorly, as we all know, once we're injured, we are worthless. I'm not after your sympathy. It's not something I'm looking for. What I am looking for is some justice. So I've been through many work cover corporations. This is the one I'm currently with, E.M.L. So I'm just going to scroll straight down to the bottom because that's where the goodies are. And we go over here. Terms of use, privacy, whistleblower, modern slavery statement. That's nice, isn't it? Now, this all proves that they are a corporation. They aren't working for the injured party, and this next statement, modern slavery statement, will prove to you exactly what I've just said. This is just a short point form of my experience through a system that it does not care for the people. The care is given to the shareholders. Now, I don't see what the shareholders got to do with my well-being and my wealth that they have stolen, all from lies and deceit. And I'm the one that is being stripped of my ability to support my family. And then when it comes time for the government to uphold their end of the contract, it's null and void. You're thrown in the fucking shit. It fucking makes me sick. So if they think I'm not going to record every interaction with any government fucking scum corporation, you have no crown and constitutional authority. Anyway, this is just a short summary of my experience through this shithole that we call life. Sorry, no more. You've taken all my wealth, all my happiness. There's so much you've taken off me because of your deceitful lies, corruption, treason, and every Australian is going to know the crimes that you have all committed and are still committing and perpetrating on the Australian people. So help me God. In August 2010, I was injured I was working as a piling groundsman, lifting up to 150 odd kilos. The maggot in the excavator refused to get out to help me. The big boss used to jump out before the excavator had even stopped slewing around. But this other piece of dog shit, Wayne Milgate, I've had my time on the ground. Now it's your turn. Well, now it's your turn to face the music too, Mr. Milgate. September 2010, I was put into a private hospital for inguinal hernia repair. Dr. Hugh Roberton. If only I had listened, he wouldn't have touched me. Because after the surgery, I found out that he had fucked up someone else that I know and that I respect. And he got fucked in the arse too by this maggot. And he was still allowed to perform surgeries. Well, not anymore. We fixed that. He had to go back to just being a GP. But that's alright. He still gets a wage, doesn't he? What happens to the injured party? Another fucking pineapple. So fucked up further, under the knife. Seen many hernia specialists. Murray Brigel, a top hernia specialist in Melbourne, Australia, confirmed the bad news. I'm fucked for life. Murray rang a few years later to see how I was, and that was after we moved to Queensland. Thanks, Murray. That meant a lot, mate. We go through the work cover process. They say I'm fine to go back to work. Full hours, full duties. Liars, all of them. Just to keep getting referrals from work cover, and a bonus for lying. We've seen the medical panel 3 times to prove the work cover doctors wrong, and was told by the medical panel, after they themselves seen how I was being treated, stated that I would never have to come back to the medical panel for life for this injury and what work cover had deceitfully done and doing. And guess where we're back tomorrow? Work cover Victoria would not accept the true diagnosis of my injury, and they still don't. It's all about this. Slater and Gordon lawyers. Liars. Officers of the court. Yes, you are, because you are officers of the court. The official definitions prove this. Fucked me over, and we were forced to take a $265,000 payout for the remainder of my life to support my wife and my 2 kids. How far does $265,000 go? Now you've got Joe Hockey down in Victoria. They've got $200,000 for hurt feelings. Hurt feelings? Fuck. I wonder how much you're going to give me for my hurt feelings. What about the hurt of the pain? And while all you maggots in the Australian government, how much is your last house, anal? So why are you so wealthy and I'm in the shit? That's right, I know the answer. Because there is no office of Prime Minister in the Constitution Act. You are deceiving the people. You're a fucking lying maggot. Every single politician is deceiving us all. I don't know how else to tell you. So we moved to Queensland at the start of 2016. The first pain specialist we were referred to, Dr. Peter Georgius, down in Noosaville. He rated my nerve pain and my nerve damage 8 out of 10, but there's nothing wrong with me. So after that first consultation with the new pain specialist, Work Cover Victoria approves a nerve stimulator for my spine. The trial worked 100% for a limited time. I was a new man. I was walking up and down steps. I hadn't tried running, but I was walking up and down steps. I was walking normal again. The pain was gone. But I had 2 tubes coming out, 2 electrical cables coming out of my body with the battery pack and the stimulator itself. So after the trial, Work Cover agreed to pay for a permanent one. Now the permanent one's done absolutely jack shit. And Work Cover themselves jumped up and down because I was going back to Peter Georgius's office every 3 months or something. And Work Cover cracked the sads because I was going back and it was costing them money because this system that's on my spine needs fine-tuning. But we can't even fine-tune it because these fucking arseholes piss and moan. It's all about fucking money. What about my fucking health, maggot? So why would Work Cover pay for a nerve damage surgery when they refused nerve damage as the injury? I know where it's gone. Shareholders. We look after the shareholders. The shareholders are our friends because we're a corporation. Because I've been on the opioids and narcotics and shit for so long, I know it's doing damage to my body. And I'd heard about the cannabis oil and the flowers. I didn't want to go back down that road because I walked away from that road years and years ago. I tried it after the injury. There was no difference. It never done anything. But now that we've got onto the cannabis oil and the flowers, it's the first time I'd slept a whole night for 10 years. 10 fucking years. I look back and it makes me fucking sick, but that's okay. It's me. No one else is feeling it. It's alright. They're feeling it in their pocket because their pocket's getting fucking bigger. Whereas mine, fuck the injured party. So we find out that work cover will not pay for this medication, the cannabis oil and the flowers. Now, work cover up here, we've been told by many other people that their work cover pays for this particular medication. I'm not abusing it. I'm not doing anything that I shouldn't be doing with it. I'm using it as I'm supposed to be using it. Well, actually, I'm not. I'm being a tight ass because I can't afford to get to the same level as I did when I first started it because it just cost me too much. So I have to deal with some pain. I have to deal with a higher level of pain more regularly because of these inhuman corporate scum. So they want more supportive evidence. So long story short, they make us jump through all the hoops again. And then the start of 2024, I asked my doctor to refer me to a pain specialist to go back to the narcotics and the opioids, only for the fact that I could not afford to keep paying, and I still can't afford to keep paying for this pain medication, as I'm only on a disability pension, being forced onto a disability pension. But that's a me problem. At least the narcotics and the opioids were being reimbursed, so that was the whole reason for that. But anyway, the wait time to see the pain specialist was 6 months. What can I do? I'm not the only one in the world. So I wait. I put up with the pain. I pursue one foot in front of the other, as per usual. And what do? You get a phone call the Friday before the appointment. Hi, Michael. I'm such and such from wherever it fucking was. We can't see you on Monday because we're fully booked out. What the fuck? I've been waiting for 6 months, you fucking cunts. So I said, right, when can you get me in? Oh, it'll be another 3 or 4 months. That's when I lost my shit. Go fuck yourself. Fuck off. Then we get a phone call for conciliation in July 2024. Conciliation says WorkCover Victoria has a policy not to pay for this medication. Will only pay if it's cancer.
Another month, 2 months dragged out, and then they'll say, oh, we're only going to pay for it, but go back 3 months only. It's been going on for 2 years. 2 years they didn't even tell us any of this, that they were never ever going to pay for it. They said, oh, we need supporting information. We give them supporting information and still hear nothing from them. And then we get to talk to you and you tell me, oh no, it's a rule that they're not allowed to pay for it.
Well, it's a policy. Policy.
Only medical panel or court can overrule this. Really? Right. So medical panel appointment for the 17th of October. Now, in the phone call with conciliation, we were explained how the travel goes, so to speak. E.M.L was supposed to organise my travel to the medical panel to Victoria. Now, as per usual, all I hear is fucking cricket.
Potentially, I guess.
Or if they want to see Mick in person, then Nick would have to attend in Melbourne, and E.M.L would have to arrange for the flight to attend.
It's Nick.
And the travel.
Unable to attend, WorkCover was supposed to organise and arrange transportation to the medical panel, but as usual, they do nothing. Kicked to the curb again. The day of the medical panel hearing, the very first contact for weeks on end, the young lady asks if I would be attending. 2 weeks of being left in the dark again. It's now up to me to chase these lying, deceiving corporate scum that are working for the shareholders, not for the injured party. Get the runaround on the phone to E.M.L head office in Sydney for how many days straight. Medical panel calls back, email as well. So the root of the problem and contract breaches are all ignored. It's okay when they commit the crimes, but when someone else commits a crime that's not Daddy Govco, that's where the problem arises. Well, I'm very sorry to say, how many human rights do you think I'm going to allow you to stand on me any longer? Financial terrorism, human rights abuses, while yous are all living in the lap of luxury and I'm selling my wealth off to keep my head above the water because of all the lies and deceit from all you lying, fucking, deceiving pieces of dog shit. So tomorrow, being Friday the 21st of the 11th, I believe it's at 2 p.m. I'm not sure if that's Queensland time or Victorian time. So the fun will begin again tomorrow.
Yeah, but we can forget about him.
Yeah, it was just one ant. One ant.
Yeah, you're right. It's just one ant.
Yeah, boss. They're puny.
Puny? Say, let's pretend this grain is a puny little ant. Did that hurt?
Nope.
Well, how about this one?
Are you kidding?
How about this? You let one ant stand up to us, then they all might stand up. Those puny little ants outnumber us 100 to 1. And if they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life. It's not about food. It's about keeping those ants in line.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind?